Xiao Yan's journey across the vast Dou Qi continent had been marked by countless battles, alliances, and irreversible choices. But among all the people who had accompanied him, there were few whose presence carried as much weight in his heart as Medusa. The Bodhi Great Restoration Pill, an elixir so rare it existed only in legends, was never meant to be a bargaining chip nor a political gesture. It was, from the moment of its conception, a quiet promise Xiao Yan intended to fulfill. He remembered clearly the first time their paths had crossed. Back then, Medusa was the proud queen of the Snake People tribe, an existence that stood like an untouchable peak in the Tagor Desert. She was beautiful, domineering, and terrifyingly strong. Xiao Yan had ventured into her palace not for negotiation or respect, but for the azure lotus core flame, an act that should have made them eternal enemies. Yet fate was strange. Medusa's evolution failed in a way no one predicted. Instead of perishing, she transformed into the 7-colored devouring python and ultimately became entwined with Xiao Yan's destiny. From that moment, the threads of their fate tightened with each passing year. She followed him out of the desert, across empires, through hardships, and even into the central plains where dangers lurked everywhere. And although her exterior was always frosty, sometimes even unbearably cold, her actions never once left Xiao Yan in doubt. She had chosen him. After the Flame Alliance was established, Xiao Yan's life became a storm of battles and responsibilities. As he traveled the Central Plains in search of inheritances, heavenly flames, and power to counter the Soul Clan, it was Medusa who remained behind, steady as a mountain. She took charge of alliance affairs, commanded experts, stabilized the foundation of their forces, and protected Xiao Xiao, their daughter, with a gentleness only a mother could possess. Many never witnessed these sacrifices. They only saw Queen Medusa, aloof, proud, formidable. But Xiao Yan saw the quiet exhaustion behind her elegance, the burden she carried in silence, and the unspoken loneliness she endured in his absence. Every time he returned to the Flame Alliance headquarters after a long journey, seeing her calmly managing everything, while Xiao Xiao clung to her side, made guilt sink deeper into his chest. He owed her far more than he had ever admitted aloud. And so, when he refined the Bodhi Great Restoration Pill, an elixir said to overturn fate itself, there was never any hesitation. Medusa had already reached the peak of Dou Sheng, but like countless experts before her, she had been halted before the nearly insurmountable threshold of the half-cent realm. Even with her noble 7-colored devouring python bloodline, the breakthrough had eluded her for years. Xiao Yan knew that this pill was not merely a gift. It was repayment, gratitude, an apology, and a declaration. When he placed the Bodhi Great Restoration Pill into her hands before the gathered elites of the Central Plains, his intention was unmistakable. In that moment, he was telling the world that Medusa was irreplaceable, not just a powerful ally, not just the queen of a tribe, but the woman he cherished deeply and the mother of his child. The shock of the onlookers only made the moment more profound. Medusa, who often faced the world with icy composure, froze for a moment, just enough for a faint ripple to flash through her cold eyes. To absorb the pill's full effects, she traveled to the 9 netherworlds, a place where spiritual pressure and elemental resonance created a perfect crucible for breakthroughs. The atmosphere was dim, ancient, and filled with dense energies that seemed to whisper of forgotten eras. Settling into seclusion, Medusa first focused on harmonizing her chi to its peak. Only when her body and soul aligned perfectly did she swallow the Bodhi Great Restoration Pill. The elixir dissolved instantly, releasing an overwhelming surge of pure medicinal force. It flooded her meridians like a tidal wave, battering the barriers that had imprisoned her cultivation for years. The energy was unlike anything she had ever experienced, vast, refined, and terrifying in its potency. An ordinary Bodhi pill might offer a slim chance of success, but the Bodhi Great Restoration Pill increased her breakthrough chances to half, a miracle in itself. But fate had prepared even more for her. The 9-colored Primal Stone responded to the erupting energy within her, activating the dormant heritage of the Sky-Devouring Python bloodline. What should have been merely a cultivation breakthrough transformed into a once-in-a-lifetime evolution. The 7-colored devouring python form inside her was overwhelmed by turbulent waves of ancestral power, shedding old shackles and reconstructing itself with a brilliance that illuminated the secluded chamber. Colors burned across the air like divine auroras, scales reshaped, bones strengthened, and the bloodline awakened fully. The seven-colored form evolved into the nine-colored Sky-Devouring Python, a lineage comparable to the apex of magical beasts, on par with creatures like the ancient Taishu dragon. As the bloodline advanced, her Dou Qi surged uncontrollably. The bottleneck of the half-saint realm shattered like fragile glass. In an instant, her cultivation soared past the barriers that had halted her for decades. One realm broke, then another and another. From half-saint to one-star Dou Sheng, then to two-star, third-star, and finally stabilizing at the early four-star Dou Sheng level. Power rumbled through the nine netherworlds like the awakening of a slumbering deity. When the final energy storm subsided, Medusa slowly opened her eyes. The air around her shimmered with nine hues, each representing a power that could shake mountains. Her aura was cold, regal, and awe-inspiring beyond measure. She had not simply broken through, she had transcended. All of it was connected. The pill forged by Xiao Yan's effort, the bloodline entrusted to her by fate, and the silent bond that had grown between them over years of trials and distance. Far away, as Xiao Yan felt the ripple of her breakthrough shake the heavens, a rare, gentle smile surfaced on his face. He knew she would rise. He believed in her even before she believed in herself. The Bodhi Great Restoration Pill had done far more than lift Medusa to a new realm. It completed a promise. It healed an old wound. And it reaffirmed the irreplaceable place she held in Xiao Yan's heart, a place no one else could ever take. And so, Medusa's transformation from the seven-colored devouring python to the majestic nine-colored Sky-Devouring Python was not merely a breakthrough in strength, but the culmination of years of intertwined destiny, sacrifice, and silent devotion. Her rise to the Four-Star Dou Sheng realm sent shockwaves across the continent. Yet for Xiao Yan, the true meaning lay not in her newfound power, but in the promise he had finally fulfilled. In the boundless world of battle through the heavens, opportunities and heavenly treasures may shape a cultivator's path, but it is the bonds forged through loyalty, endurance, and unspoken emotion that truly withstand the test of time. Medusa's breakthrough was a resounding testament to that truth, a declaration that even amidst endless battles, some connections are worth protecting with everything one has. With her evolution complete and her strength soaring to unprecedented heights, the world trembled. And Xiao Yan's journey, now intertwined even more deeply with hers, moved toward an even grander chapter.